Right now is February the 4th, and some point in the month of, let's say, April, your past client, your good friend, is going to list their property 60 days from now, not with you, but with another agent. Your past client loves you, respects you, and appreciates you. They're both actually planning on working with you, but because you didn't have a conversation with them, they ended up having a conversation with another agent. Let's dive into the services that you need to be marketing in 2026. This aligns with the subject of your marketing calendar and marketing plan. Here we are, it's the month of February, and I've given you the 3 main campaigns that you should have already completed beginning of the year. Number 1, your social proof of success. Number 2, the year in review, market forecast and prediction. And number 3, the home service Rolodex. Most people need to be working on the home service Rolodex campaign right now. So I launched all 3 of those videos on my YouTube channel. So make sure you go watch those and get yourself caught up. Now that we're past those 3 marketing campaigns, we need to look at what is the next actual marketing campaign you need to follow up with. This is where we land into the services that are currently undefined. Let's start with what I would say is the problem. At some point in, let's say right now is February the 4th, and some point in the month of, let's say, April, your past client, your good friend, is going to list their property 60 days from now. They're going to list their property, not with you, but with another agent. Now, your past client loves you, respects you, and appreciates you, knows that you're a good agent. They were both actually planning on working with you. But because you didn't do the home service Rolodex and you didn't have a conversation with them about what fixes, improvements, and changes they were planning on making this year that you can offer some advice on, since you did not do that, and you've had not really any real communication with them through the winter and the spring market, they ended up having a conversation with another agent. And because of that conversation with the other agent, that agent said, would you like me to help you understand what fixes, improvements, things that you could or should do prior to putting your home on the market that would cause your home to sell faster for more money? I would love to see your house. You guys are great. And they go, gosh, that would be so helpful. So the agent goes over there and gets into the world of your client and your friend, and then starts to give them advice. And in essence, they earn the listing right out from under you. Now, why is that? A, because you don't do the home service Rolodex, that's number 1, but let's talk about services undefined. You end up talking to your previous client and you go, why didn't you call me? And they may have, say, a snide remark back, and they might have said, I didn't know that you would come over and offer advice on how to prepare my home prior to putting the home on the market. And that other agent did. And so I just took them up on it. I didn't know that you would do that. Your past client, you run into them in the month of March and they say, oh my gosh, I just sold my Fourplex in that next city over. And you go, why didn't you call me? And they say, well, I didn't know that you would be willing to sell a Fourplex and work in that city over there. You run into one of your great clients and friends in the month of May and they say, oh my gosh, I bought a great little townhome for my kids to live in. And you go, well, why didn't you call me? And they say, well, I didn't know that you would work with the first-time home buyer over in that part of town. Services undefined. This is a big problem, okay? So I classically torture everybody with that most of our marketing is what I would refer to as sales Tourette's. Yeah. Buy now, call me now, tomorrow. Great time, good. So what we have to do is we have to really look at what are the services that are on the customer's journey in the month of February, or the person that would meet with you today, and then they would transact with you 30 days from now, 60 days from now, 90 days from now. What are those services that you should be marketing today that would book appointments that would have you build a relationship with the customer such that they're doing business with you 30, 60, 90 days from today. What are those services? And to me, it's very simple. Service number one, which is, would you be willing to do a room by room analysis of someone's home and give them a whole list of different ways that they could improve the value of their home, increase their net return on the sale? Would you be willing to give them the list of the lowest cost, cheapest things to do, the mid tiers if you invested a few bucks and give them a clear ROI, return on investment, and or if they're willing to actually invest a lot of money and time, give them a nice after repair value estimate? That is a really awesome service, isn't it? A lot of you are going to get those calls from your past clients and friends who say, I just got a few questions for you. You're going to launch into some long-winded blah, 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 and then get yourself over there and get the listing. My problem is they're calling you. You're not signaling to them that this is what you do and how you do it. So we lose more opportunity versus actually gain it. It's just because you're not signaling clearly to your database, friends on Facebook, followers on Instagram, connections on LinkedIn, your subscribers on your YouTube channel. You're not signaling to any of them that you actually have a service where you do a room by room audit to help them prepare for the spring market. Did any of you have that service? Could you show me how you present that service, how you market that service? And then last year, how many appointments did that marketing effort book with 1,000 friends on Facebook, your 2,000 followers on Instagram, your 3,000 people in your database, your 400 connections on LinkedIn, your blog post, your YouTube video? Can you show me the total number of people that you have available to you right now for free to market this service? How many of those appointments were booked last year for that service? And should we probably just do this every February for the rest of your career? Probably. No. So that's the service on the seller side. Let's flip it over to the buy side. So in the month of April, May, and June, do we have the highest number of active buyers out there shopping for homes? Of course we do. So do you have a consultation for buyers in the month of February? And what is that consultation for those buyers? What are some of the things that you would want to meet with the buyer now in the month of February so that you can help them get set up for success for March, April, May, June, when we see the highest number of available properties for sale? Have you defined what that service is and how it works? Do you have a service for relocation buyers? Do you have a service for first-time home buyers? Do you have a service for people who are downsizing and buying into something else? Do you have a service for buying new construction? Do you have a service for buying an investment property? Do you have a service for introducing them to an agent in another marketplace? Because they're leaving yours and buying in a new marketplace, that you'll be willing to interview 4, 5, 6 agents in a new marketplace, find the top 1 or 2 that you think would be best for them to do an interview with so that they can then have that relationship established prior to their trip into the marketplace so they can get more clarity and reduce their stress and anxiety and make it a better experience? Do you have that service? See, my problem is there are so many of these little niche services. You perform them, but you've never taken time to realize that you actually need to define it and then market it. You perform them all the time. You would want to do this service more. You're like, I want to do more of those. But then when I look at your marketing, it's sales Tourette's or it's cat videos because you don't know what to do. Step 1, defining your services. Step 2, how do we market the service? And then step 3 is, how do we maximize the free opportunity? What do you mean maximize the free opportunity? Well, you have 1,000 friends on Facebook right now. How many of them could DM you if you just presented the service? On Instagram, connections on LinkedIn, in your email database, you have your important people email database, and then you got your cold list email database. Could you create a Google business profile post? Could you create a blog post about this so that when the AI recommendation engine kicks in, that you do that? That's cool because I have someone who was just asking who would be the best agent to talk to about this thing. And you have a blog post about that, so we can recommend you. Do you have a YouTube video where you explain your unique perspective and experience and authority and how you would showcase that you've done this service in the past. Yes, I have helped first-time home buyers to buy their first home inside my marketplace. And I have a consultation, and here's what we cover. I help them with this, I help them with that. I introduce them to these different services to help solve some of their problems, to make sure that we as a group are really working together to help this great people to buy this thing and to set them into a trajectory that is phenomenal for their life. What are you doing on Facebook? What are you doing on social media? Nothing. What was the last email that you sent? I don't send an email. I just signed up for some service and sent some random 5 flowers you should plant for the spring market. Okay. You guys follow me? Now, with AI, this has never been easier. Go to your ChatGPT, your Claude, your Gemini, your Grok, any one of the AIs, and just say, hey, can you help me articulate what this service is, how it works, and how I can market it and present it? And she'll go, sure. And then go, cool. That's step 1. Step 2, what's the best way for me to present that on Facebook with my friends? Hey, I need to send this off as an email with a call to action. I'd like to book some appointments with that. That's a good idea. Here's an email. Fill in the gaps, make it a little bit more personal, but here's a 90% done email for you. Go ahead and send that to your database. Okay. So AI pretty much solves all of those problems 5 years ago. As someone who's read 1,000 marketing books, written marketing messages, and thought about marketing frameworks, this stuff used to be really hard. I used to be able to design stuff for you guys, and it was great, and you guys all loved me. Now the AIs do it better than me and give you 4 options in less than 1 minute. So we're good to go. The final problem to solve is really the calendar. What can you commit to in terms of marketing a service in the month of February? Can we commit to that the first 2 weeks you market a room by room audit to help you prepare your home service? Can we, within a 2-week window of time, just market that one service and do your best to get it through to all the free channels? And then maybe in the second week of February, you pick one of the favorite buyer types that you tend to work with. Whatever buyer type you tend to be most confident with. So for example, is it a relocation buyer? Do you have a lot of relocation buyers coming into your market? Do you have more first-time home buyers and you really love working with first-time home buyers and you really are committed to helping first-time home buyers? Do you like the trade uppers or the downsizers? They're downsizing here and buying something smaller because that's the stage of life. Do you have a lot of that happening in your marketplace? Are you confident with that? Some of you might be new construction buyers. Some of you might be the PCSing military buyer. Some of you, it's the super ultra luxury buyer, the person that has unlimited amounts of capital and they really just want to buy that amazing second home for $4 million and they just pay cash and they just really want this beautiful lifestyle. And so it's more of a lifestyle consultation. Some of you, it's my client buying the vacation home in the mountain town. So what buyer type are you committed to marketing in the second half of February? Could I get you to market 2 services in the month of February? 2 weeks to get one done, 2 weeks to get the second one done. And then in March, we go and do it again. Oh, I forgot, coming off of 2025 into 2026. So you go connect with the previous client. Your previous client says, oh my gosh, my neighbor just listed their property for the second time and we're close friends and they are moving to blank. And then you go, why didn't you introduce me? And they go, they were previously on the market and they were unable to sell. And so I think they just worked with an agent that specializes in that. And you go, well, I could have done that. And then they say, I didn't know that you could do that. Whoops. My neighbor across the street, they unfortunately passed away. I met the kids and the kids cleaned up the property, put the home on the market and sold it. Why didn't you call me? I didn't know that you would work with an out-of-state inherited property and fix it all up and clean it all up and put it on the market. I didn't know that you would do that. Services undefined, not marketed to your community. Your friends, your clients are not empowered to recommend and introduce you because your sales Tourette's doesn't signal real world examples. Patrick, I want to be top of mind. How are you top of mind? Your good friend is at a company right now and they are recruiting someone into the marketplace and your good friend doesn't think of you at all. Why? Because you never told them You were really good at helping relocation buyers from outside of the market into the market. You're just a realtor who sells homes. That's it. What does that mean? I don't know. You've helped me with my one unique scenario, and so that's kind of the only scenario that I can think of. Do you guys get it? If we can amplify campaign number one, your social proof of success, to let people know that you're good and be clear about that. Number two, let them know that you have an answer to what is going to happen to the real estate market this year, and that you actually are following certain trends, and that you can actually help them to have an answer to what happened last year. And then number two, you have interacted with everybody about what plans they have with their properties, and did they use any professional services, and are they doing anything this year? And you've interacted with them on that. And then now we're starting to define your services. Is it easier for your clients' friends to now recommend you and refer you to more buyers and sellers in the marketplace? The answer is, of course it is. And that is the game here. How many of your clients and friends within your farm have questions about things that they're considering with their property this year, and you're not involved in the conversation? You're not even connected to that conversation. You're not an advisor on that conversation. They don't even know to ask you on that conversation. The Home Service Rolodex is a service, isn't it? Every year, I reach out and I find out what you've done and who you used, and I maintain a high quality list of professional services. I love offering advice and making recommendations because that's a service that I offer. I've made a commitment to that service to my community. Answering the question about your prediction is for this real estate market, what you see last year, that's also a service. And when we talk about the value of their home and understanding the unique value of their home and how to improve the value of their home, what causes the value of their home to decline, that is a service. Do you offer that? If they wanted to follow the value of their home over the next year because they're thinking in 2 years from now that maybe they'll sell, is that a service that you offer? If they're curious about how taxes work these days when they sell a home, are you someone that they should give a call and ask the question of? Is that a service that you offer? As a group, we have so much value to contribute to our community when we break down the services that we offer, the questions that we answer, the advice that we deliver, the advice that we're capable of answering. So when we think about questions and we think about advice, when it comes to home ownership, buying, and all of the variations, we really are a treasure of incredible resources for our community. But all of us are just sales Tourettes and cat videos. And that's all we signal, versus really connecting with people where they are, these unique scenarios, and signaling that, yes, I'm the right person to talk to about that. Last but not least on the subject. So we know that the purpose of marketing is to book appointments. Finding your services and then marketing the services then actually does now book appointments, which is fantastic. So if you got really good at it, then it should start to create appointments. And so if I got really good at crafting the message of how I do a room by room audit prior to putting their home on the market to maximize sales price for everything from DIY to big investments over time to get the maximum return. If I crafted a really nice message that this is a service that I offer, and I sent that through to my Facebook and I got an appointment, that'd be cool. And I sent that through to my database and I got 2 appointments. Wow, this is amazing. And then I created a blog post and a YouTube video and I ended up with a total of maybe 3 or 4 appointments across all of these channels. You're like, wow, this is great. Put money behind it. There's this thing called a Facebook business page. If you paid for that post marketing the service and you paid $5 a day for 7 days and got 5,000 people to look at the service you offer within that geographic territory, I wonder if you would get any leads. If you took the YouTube video and you went into your YouTube channel, clicked the promotions button, and because that YouTube video was a good video about the 5 things that you do for your audit of how you do a room by room audit and how you do your ROI and how you consult with them on DIY versus cost. You talked about some case studies and scenarios, shared your knowledge and wisdom in a way that people were appreciative of. And it had a nice call to action in that video. You'd go into your YouTube channel and push the promotion button. You'd spend $100 and you get 3,000 to 5,000 views on that YouTube video. And maybe you would book a couple appointments for you. So advanced, if it works, then press the gas and put some money behind it and see if you can get a lot more. So how many of these services would it be worth for you in 2026 to put a little money behind, to signal out into your marketplace that you are a real estate agent who offers services that connect with real world questions and advice needed, and that you have real examples of how you help people specifically. Have some fun with this, guys. As always, I'll get a nice little email newsletter created. Share this with any of your friends in the business. Let's build up the community. I'll keep doing this until somewhere towards the end of this year. We'll keep you guys posted on this. And if there's anything changed, I'll let you know. But okay, have a great day, guys.